The DBU volleyball team went 14-12 last year and advanced to the Heartland Conference tournament as the number 4 seed. With 2 returning all-conference performers back in Hess and Lorem, combined with a solid veteran core and another strong recruiting class, the Lady Patriots are primed to make another run at a conference title and a return trip to the postseason.
It is exciting. It's good to see this year already those younger freshmen and the sophomores that were on the team last year, they're taking a leadership role on the court. You can see a lot more confidence in those players. And anytime a returner comes in where they left off, overall as a whole, the team is going to find a little bit more confidence in that. They're really buying into what I'm trying to teach them on the court and what we're trying to, how the goals we're trying to meet. They're doing a really good job of being coachable, of leading, and being the hardest workers on the court. And so it's good to see that our leaders are actually still young in a lot of ways, but they're doing great things on the court.
Anchoring the middle for DBU is a pair of talented middle blockers in Sydney Jo Fitzpatrick and Madeline Dolberry. Last year, the tandem combined for 340 kills and 158 blocks. And as the Lady Patriots head into a new year, they will lean heavily on the inside presence that Fitzpatrick and Dolberry bring to the table.
They're 2 very different middles. Sydney is a very quick, offensive middle. Middle blocking, the priority is blocking, but Sydney does a great job on the offense. She's so athletic. She jumps well. She's got really long arms, strong, big hands, and so she's just a threat. She looks like one. People go after her immediately in the game because she's such a big player for us. She's intense emotionally and physically, so she just brings a lot of power, a lot of intense play in the middle, where Madeline is actually a calm presence on the court. She doesn't show a lot of emotion, and so they balance each other out really well. Madeline is more of a defensive middle. She is a very strong blocker. She reaches really high. She has the perfect form when she blocks. So they're really good at 2 different things, and together they just really make that perfect defensive line across the net.
Along with Fitzpatrick and Dolberry, DBU also brings back their top offensive weapon and outside hitter, Hess. Hess, a 6'1" senior, led the Lady Patriots last year with 259 kills to earn first-team All-Heartland Conference honors.
Having Carly is really just a dream as a coach. She's been a starter since her freshman year. In 2013, she was a freshman, and she was one of the offensive leaders in the championship match of the Heartland Conference tournament to go on to the top 64 in the country. And now, as a senior, I know what goals she has individually. I know what she wants to do, and she's really leading this team well and is able to communicate with this team what it takes to get to be a conference championship team, and she's taken it very seriously. She's working really hard. She's in my office. So we're talking a lot about what we need to do to lead these girls, and she's so far in what we've seen in practices and scrimmages, she's been an offensive leader as well as us. So she's just a strong presence and somebody that the players and I can trust as a leader as well.
Defensively, the Lady Patriots return a pair of veteran defensive specialists in Hannah Ballou and Holly Benoit, who will each be called on to provide veteran leadership as they enter their senior seasons.
So just being a senior, it's kind of a weird thing to actually say, and we just kind of start by setting the pace for the year and hoping that the whole team will jump on board with us and making sure all the little things get done. And since there's 3 of us, we're able to play off of each other really well and feed in where our personality really fits the best.
We've had a lot of great leaders in the past. Just from the past 3 years that I've been here, looking at Cameron Hartson, she was an All-American. Ty, both of them just came in every day and worked really hard. They set the tone for each practice, and going into games, we knew what we had to do. And then last year, having Casey and Tatum, this year is cool for them to be back with us. Last year, they also worked really hard, and they were great leaders on and off the court.
One of the biggest additions to DBU's roster last year was the team's libero, Lorem, who was named a first-team All-Heartland selection and became the first freshman in school history to earn Conference Player of the Week honors on 3 separate occasions. With Knicks back for her sophomore season, the Lady Patriots will once again feature one of the league's top liberos.
We've had, yes, top of the conference liberos since about 2008. Started with Amanda Emmert. She came in as an outside hitter from the Keller area. We transitioned to the Libero role, and I think the versatility is what helped her succeed on the back row. And then you transition down to Cameron Hartson, again, came in as an outside hitter, and we transitioned her to the Libero role. And I think when they know what it takes to be a great hitter, they know what offense is coming at them, that helps them develop into a better defender, because it's not just about the physical, all-out defense, but also about reading the hitter, knowing what to expect. And then Lauren is another player coming in. Lauren Nix is a freshman. She was technically an outside hitter. She was an outside hitter all through college in club, and now she's transitioned to the Libero role. So I guess in a way, it's not just that they need to be outsides, but I think the versatility. Our other great defenders, Hannah Ballou, Holly Benoit, they are other positions. They are Hannah Ballou is an outside hitter. Holly is a setter. I think that one reason we find success in the Libero role they're not just defined to a defensive specialist. They have played other positions. They know what it takes in other positions, and they just can bring something to the court that just being labeled as a defensive specialist and only knowing back row. I think they can go beyond that and know what it takes, what's coming at them. And I think that helps as well. I mean, defense is what we really focus on. So it probably helps that they play for coaches that really drill defense. Defense is our number one focus on the court, and I truly believe that the best defensive team is going to win. And so we push our liberos, and we expect them to do a lot of things. And all three of those girls have fallen into what we're trying to teach in our program. And I've been really proud of our liberos, and I think Lauren is just going to continue to be top of the conference and keep our tradition going in the Libero area.
Another highly talented sophomore in DBU's lineup is Hannah Hester, who averaged over 4 assists per set in her first collegiate season. With a wide array of offensive weapons surrounding her, Hester anticipates being able to contribute offensively as well as on the defensive end.
We have a very strong team this year, especially offensively. We brought in a new player who can be an outside, middle, or right side, and she's very strong, as well as our senior outside that we already have, as well as 2 strong middles that we've kept. We also have a left-handed right side and a new recruit on the right side that we brought in. On the defensive end, we're very versatile. We have strong blockers, and then we also have a defense with a Libero who was there last year. We have a senior DS who's very strong as well. And then we also have 2 senior DSs who are very strong. And all the way around, it's going to be a very successful season. And I know that all of us are very excited for this new year.
Along with 10 returners from last year's squad, DBU also brings in 5 new additions this year, who Kathy Kokel feels will be able to make an immediate impact on the floor.
2 of our freshmen, I do think will make an immediate impact. Straley Size Love looks like we're running a 6'2" a lot of the time, so being the other setter, she's going to see a lot of playing time. Even at our last scrimmage, she played some defensive specialist and did a fantastic job. She comes in with a lot of confidence. She has a lot of experience. She played at the state tournament. She played for a very high level club team, played all over the country, so she brings in a lot of experience. And the same for our other freshman, Casey Holland, and another elite club team from Washington. Just a versatile athlete playing a lot of different athletic teams and athletic positions. And so they bring a lot of, again, versatility, I think, is a key word that I keep using a lot with this team. And she's very athletic and very strong. So we see her playing a lot of middle for us this year and on the outside as well. And we also have a transfer coming in, Alexa Lezak. And she is coming off of an injury, but she has a lot of experience. She played at a Division I level last year. The last 2 years, she played for an elite club team. You see a lot of strategy going on in her head. You see her being able to pound the ball and then also put a great shot on our offense. So I like the maturity that she brings. She brings a lot of enthusiasm. She's calm on the court as well. So I like that we have a lot of power hitters that are really intense. And then we have some calm hitters that can just balance each other out. I'm very excited about the newcomers. They mesh really well with our returners. I'm just excited about the team chemistry. I've seen a lot of good things so far this year.
Among the team's 5 new additions is Thelma Florists, who will star as a right side hitter for the Lady Patriots. A transfer from Hill College, Florists is excited about the opportunity ahead of her at DBU.
DBU has such a really good volleyball program, and so that's really what drew me to it, as well as I'm going into the education field, so they have a really good education program, so I thought this would just be the perfect school. I'm super excited to come into this season with the new team, and I'm really excited to be under coach because I know she has great experience, and these girls are just amazing, and it's just a really good Christ-centered program, and so I'm really honored and excited to be a part of the team.
As the Lady Patriots set their sights on the 2016 season, expectations are high for a team looking to make a return trip to the NCAA postseason after a 2-year absence.
I really try not to focus so much on where we want to be as opposed to what we're doing right now. I do want this team, my number one goal for this team is I want them to be the hardest working team on the court. I want us to be the best defensive team on the court. I think that doing those two things will get us where we want to go, which is the Heartland Conference Championship and into a high regional ranking. And I think those things can happen. This team has a lot of talent, but we do stress as a team, and not just me, but I see the team buying into this too. I want them to be succeeding at playing their best. When they step on the court, they are giving the best that they can give. And in my experience, when I was a player and then the 14 years coaching, we have played games where we've won and we played okay. And we have played games where we couldn't have asked for anything more from every single player and we lost. We can walk away from those games proud and saying we left nothing else on the court, and it doesn't always result in a W. And so I'm really trying to get them to understand, and I think they're starting to see that if they're the hardest workers, if they're doing everything that they can do, and if we reach this competitive greatness, that's the goals that I want this team to reach. And yes, I would think that that's going to result in some wins along the way.
DBU opens the season on the road on September 2nd at the Ore Digger Classic in Golden, Colorado. After an 8-game road trip, the Lady Patriots return to Dallas for their home opener on September 12th. As they face both Colorado Christian and Texas A&M Commerce. With the volleyball season just around the corner, we look forward to seeing you at the Berg Center as DBU sets their sights on a Heartland Conference title.